Yo fam, what up? I'm back with another episode of Q Reviews. In this Q Review, we'll be going over Let's Hear It for the Boys! Amazon Prime's new superhero slash dark comedy, The Boys. I'm gonna tell you, this shit caught me completely off of left guard. I had no idea. I seen the preview, I was like, that might be interesting. But when I watched this shit, I was completely blown away. Now, The Boys is about basically, just let's say this, say the Justice League, the Flash, Superman, Aquaman, you know, the Invisible Man, people like that. Just imagine if they were super high at corporate and only cared about their images, and they were really literally pieces of fucking shit. The Boys actually represent Karl Urban's character, who he plays the Butcher, and a bunch of his other friends, Huey, that's gotta try to keep these gods in line because they're so powerful and their egos are so high. They do a lot of despicable things. Yes, by the way, this is a spoiler-filled review, so if you haven't seen The Boys yet, definitely go check this out. Now, the first episode, in the first 5 minutes of the show, starts us with a character named Huey in this lovely scene with his girlfriend. He walks out on the street to give her a kiss, and then all of a sudden, A-Train, was basically the Flash played by Jesse T. Usher, explodes his fucking girlfriend in pieces, and blood splatter on my boy Huey's face. If there are spinal cords, you see there's hearts and lungs in slow motion, and it's fucking amazing. Like okay, I'm in for this in the first 5 minutes of the show. And they show Brandon T. Usher, and he just like, I can't stop, and just keeps fucking going. So he already, Huey already has hate for the Seven right off the back. Now you got some more amazing performances here. Andy Starr, who played fucking Homelander. He's basically Superman, you know, mixed with, you know, some of the Captain America apple pie shit. But he is one of the best actors I've seen this year. I'd never even seen this guy before, you know what I'm saying? He was all smile, he was all games, he was the perfect American pointing at you, he was the perfect hero. But when that camera said cut, or he wasn't in front of that persona that he needed to be, he just turned cold. Homelander is so evil that he will not just kick a bag of puppies. I think he will laser eye a whole field of bags of puppies. You know what I'm saying? I think this ice cream, people licking the ice cream, I think Homelander will go into your favorite grocery store and just lick all the ice cream, the Haagen-Dazs, simultaneously. This motherfucker ain't shit. He is not shit, but let me tell you, I really enjoyed this character. He was my favorite character of the show. It was like literally that villain that you love to hate it. What if Superman really didn't give a fuck about nobody? He didn't give a fuck about nobody so much. He didn't even call human beings. He called them fucking mud people. He didn't give a fuck. And this motherfucker is so powerful that if he really wanted to, he probably could just fuck up the whole earth. And then that's why The Boys has to keep them in check. Karl Urban plays a great character. He has a great British accent, and something really fucked up happened between him and Homelander and his wife. Matter of fact, this is a spoiler review. Karl Urban's the Butcher wife had sex with Homelander at a party, and then he got her pregnant. That's how, or I thought it was rape at first, but it turns out, I think it might have been consensual. Shit is fucked up, you know, with this guy. So he hates all of the Seven. He just wants to see them dead. This show is so dark. It deals with rape, drug abuse, anything you can imagine. The character, which is called The Deep, he looks straight up like a WB pretty boy. His hair is all spiked out. He got his muscles out. He got his cheesy fucking outfit. And this girl, Starlight, you know, she's, you know, a country bumpkin. She wants to be part of a Seven. She finally gets her dream to be part of a Seven because she has superpower. And then this whole ass dude, The Deep, like, yeah, I'm number 2. In order to be down to number 2, well, he just cut to a scene and he has his dick out and he wants that fucking blowjob. And that happened. I think Starlight actually gave him a blowjob. Like, this show is fucking deep. As she's puking up the semen no pun intended, fucking this dude named Translucent, who's basically invisible, is just hanging out in the fucking bathroom. Like, I didn't understand this part of the show. How the women and men bathroom all together? Even though this dude is invisible, the Deep was in here also, but, you know, Translucent just shows back up with his dick out. No problem, you know what I'm saying? I just hang out in the bathroom because I'm a fucking creepo. That's how creepy the Seven is. The Deep pays for what he did by making Starlight give him head. You know, he pays for it later. They send him to fucking Sandusky, Ohio. If you don't know about Sandusky, Ohio, is where Cedar Point is. It's basically where nothing is. Speaking of the Deep, this is a horrible fucking fingering of, like, so if Aquaman had gills and this girl had a super fetish of the Deep, she put her fingers inside of his gills and his chest and was fingering him, and it felt so uncomfortable, but it was somehow funny because the Deep wasn't shit because he made Starlight suck his dick or whatever. So like when you feel this, you just kind of felt a little bad for the Deep, but the Deep ain't shit at the same time. None of these characters ain't shit. I hate the actor Jesse T. Usher. I just don't like him. He was in Independence Day Resurgence. He just got on my fucking nerves. But here he works because I think he's kind of playing himself, that douchey ass character. Hey, Train, I gotta be faster than everyone. So, you know, he takes a lot of steroid, this super drug that they take to make him faster. So he's basically a drug addict. And then it's so many characters. I can just spend an hour talking about each character, but they were all developed very, very well. The special effects are pretty good for an Amazon show. I mean, you might see a little cheesy here now and then, but all in all, I think it was put together very well. They have the Wonder Woman character. She has her problems as well. She's maybe not as dark as maybe some of the rest of them. She might just have some human trait problem. She's basically like Wonder Woman, you know, if she was an alcoholic lesbian. That's how crazy this shit is. I loved every fucking bit of it. There's one scene in this show, I think it's episode 4, when back to my homie Homelander, this nigga, oh my god, they were supposed to save this plane, but the terrorists accidentally shot the pilot in the head, and the plane was going down. And then, you know, the woman, her character, I forgot her name, but she was wanting to try to save the people, but like Homelander, like, we can't save all these people, it's gonna take too much time. You know what I'm saying? I'm a superhero, I'm not standing on the ground, I can't stand a plane, so fuck these people. Fuck these people. They let a fucking plane crash into the harbor and they fucking killed everybody on board. It was fucking tragic. I have never seen something like that in a show. And just a couple episodes before that, Homelander shot down a plane, or just some nigga he didn't like. And he didn't give a fuck about that mud person. I mean, just the type of deep level this shit is. And the ending is great as well. I won't quite spoil it here if you ain't seen all the episodes. And by the way, Elizabeth Shue is head of Vault, so she's in charge of the Seven. My God, she was magnificent here, and she is still somehow beautiful from Back to the Future 2. Didn't she replace the first girl in Back to the Future? I think she played Marty's girlfriend in Back to the Future 2. She still looks glorious. Elizabeth Shue looks great. She does a great part here. She's kind of the only thing that Homelanders care about. But, this is a spoiler review. Homelander burns out her fucking eyeballs and explodes her head. Like, he don't give a fuck about her either. She lied to me anyway about some shit. Fuck her, fuck you. Homelander don't give a fuck, son. Andy Starr, greatest, one of the greatest performances I've seen this year of a character, period. Give him an Emmy. He don't be nominated for Oscar because it's not movies, but man, I need to see more of this show. It's already renewed for season 2. Matter of fact, it was renewed right before the first episode even aired. Seth Rogen produced. It's a great cameo in here with Haley Joel Osment. He kind of play a psychic, a super psychic, which is perfect for him from The Sixth Sense. They take such care with every last one of these characters that you have no choice to be invested in each and every one of them. I truly had a blast with the show, and it caught me off guard. I think it's the best thing on streaming you probably can watch right now. I think it's better than Stranger Things or whatever. So that brings me to my score of The Boys. Also they have a Wolverine character that plays by Agent. I think she brings some of the best action to this series, because she has a lot of brutal action, a lot of fast fight scenes. This other dude is kind of supposed to be like Batman. Basically, he doesn't talk. He called Noir. He's a dick too, but he doesn't talk, so you don't get a lot of character development from Noir. They keep him mysterious like Batman, which works for the show, I think. But overall, as the score, if I'm going to score The Boys, I'm going to give it a 4.5 out of 5. Almost a perfect 5, but I think I just need a little bit more to expand on some of these stories. Even expand on these characters even more. The core group of The Boys is just a great idea of these human beings trying to take on gods. Instead of the other way, the guys trying to neutralize the greater threat. So these basically human beings, mud people, are taking on these gods, and that is an interesting dynamic to see. So 4.5 is my score. Have you guys seen The Boys yet? You got to check it out on Amazon Prime. Get a trial or whatever. Definitely check out The Boys. I think it's one of the best streaming shows out right now. And as always, like my boy Homelander say, don't just stare at it. Eat it. You're the real heroes. Peace.